Okay, this video I'm making not for the Mini Machine Shop, which is my channel, but I'd like to fill in some missing information that's on various YouTube videos. This is Pioneer's PRO-111FD. It suffers from, well, it runs for a little while and then all of a sudden you lose video and audio. Because I'm a computer engineer and I'm used to looking for different things like motherboards, the BIOS will beep at you trying to tell you what the problem is. 2 beeps means maybe no video present, so on. So I was looking at the front of the set and realized the power LED on the bottom left of the set was blinking. And counting it, it was repeating 8 blue blinks. So I searched the internet for that, and there's quite a few videos and chat rooms that come up that all blame various different parts for it. I then searched the internet for this particular model, the 111FD, looking for a service manual. Found one, but it was only half the manual. Then I realized that the PRO-111FD is the actually the exact same TV set. Searching for that part number for the service manual, I found the complete service manual in the set. It's over 500 pages, and going through it, it tells you, there's a troubleshooting section that tells you about the 8 blue blinks. It also tells you that on the TV set's remote control towards the top there is a display button. If you press that, an orange light will start blinking, which will break down further what the problem is with the set. If you go on YouTube and you search for Pioneer Plasma PRO-111FD, you will find a video of a TV technician who is showing you how to test a regulator, a low voltage regulator that's in that area. But he's missing quite a bit of detail, and I don't necessarily agree with how he's going about repairing the part. The back of the set's fairly easy to take off. There's screws all the way around it here, there's some in the middle. It's kind of intuitive, you'll be able to figure it out slowly. Remove some screws, pry on the panel, see what's holding it, and then remove the rest of the screws. Then, once you got the screws loose, the video is going to tell you the regulator's down in here. You can remove this board. In the video, he had removed the entire board. You can remove screws down here, get this out of the way so that you can easily access the voltage regulator to test it. Now to test it, the TV set, when you turn it on, it will stay on for maybe 2 seconds max and will shut down. You'll see green LEDs up in here. That'll be on, and then when the set shuts down they turn red. So to test it, you're going to have somebody else at the power switch to turn it on when you have the probe in place. The first test I did is the second pin up is the input voltage. Turn the set on. Within that 2-second window you should see 3.3 volts on that pin. Then the set will shut down. To do it again, the second pin down is the output of the voltage regulator. Have someone turn the set on. You have 2 seconds with your probe in place to measure 1.8 volts. In this particular set, it was the voltage regulator that was defective. Now in his video he shows using a torch to heat the entire part up to remove it. I don't agree with that because there's a lot of other small components, resistors and capacitors in close proximity, and if you try heating it up with a torch you risk desoldering those components. So what I did was I put a piece of duct tape on the bottom here to catch anything that falls. It wouldn't go down into the rest of the circuitry. Using extremely sharp, fine pointed cutters, I cut one leg at a time, starting at the top. Cut the leg loose from the body, close to the body. Using a regular soldering iron I could get in there and desolder the pin. Then I went down to the next pin, and finally all the pins are free. Then I could get in on this side and heat up the entire body to remove the regulator. The regulator itself, you'll see if you get the service manual, you can look up the actual part number because it's not what's written here on the silk screen. The part, you can see it's on eBay. It's $29, $30 for this little kit of various parts, and it probably contains this regulator. I'm sure it doesn't really describe what the parts are. It just says 8 blue blink light fix-it kit. You can go to DigiKey if you have the real part number, search for it, and it'll be there, and it's a whole $1.17. I've ordered it, and I'm waiting for it. In the video, too, I just remembered, they show you where all the voltages are, but they don't show you what to do with the ground of the voltmeter. I used one of the screws down here as the ground, and then I was able to measure the 3.3 volts and realize that the output 1.8 was not there, that it was indeed a defective regulator. So that's all the input I have. That was missing information, so I hope this helps somebody out.